So as you can see, we have the pouch situated here, so as if you were looking down, wearing on your chest. If you were looking down, you'd be seeing all the zippers here. And one thing that they point out is this one right here. Let me unsnap that, but typically, if you are wandering about in the city, there are people out there that would be very inclined to unzip this and take out whatever's inside. So what Maxpedition did is they created this little snap so it can block that zipper and makes it harder for them to pull the zipper down. But that's not the way I use it. I make it even harder because it is possible for them to go ahead and take it and push it down through there. What I do is I take the flap and push it through. That way, once it's snapped, there's no way that they can open that up without unsnapping it. And if they unsnap it, you're going to probably feel it or hear it. So we'll just go ahead and right here, you can go ahead and loosen this up, and that'll give you more pack room this way, more volume. And we'll just open that one up here. This right here is just one large pocket. You got plenty of space in there, and it's the nice material where it's not going to go ahead and leak water or anything like that. You can keep your valuables in good shape, just as it should, and close that. Then you have this one right here, which kind of opens up about 3/4 of the way, and when it opens up like that, you have a very good amount of space. You'll notice that on the top here, you have this fabric right here. Well, you can place whatever you want, notebooks or anything else, and you can basically see what's in there. This is extremely heavy-duty stuff. You're never going to have to worry about this thing wearing out or pushing through. This is like that really heavy-duty packing tape with the threads through it. It's the same stuff without the stickiness. So it's really heavy-duty. So you have that whole area there to go ahead and store stuff in, as well as two pouches here. You got one pouch here and one pouch here. Now notice it's facing you, so when you're looking down into it, you can have stuff tucked into here or tucked into here, as well as another key keeper or something like that right here. So that's one good large pouch. Now let's go ahead and zip that up. Now, the other pouch is right here, and we'll take a look at that one. We'll open this one up. Once again, it opens up like this, 3/4 zipper. So we open it up at an angle. And this one right here, number one, you've got the large pouch. So, you can carry whatever you need to carry in this pouch, as well as, cameras, radios, or anything like that. You have a flap here. So you've got plenty of room right here behind. And then you have this one right here with the nice expandable webbing here. And so you can go ahead and tuck gear in there, whatever you need to put in there. Part of your EDC would work out beautifully. Once we zip that closed again, this top section here, well, this goes all the way through. So you can put in like a mini mag or anything like that. Anything you want to go ahead and put in there, you can basically stuff through here. And you also have a spot through here on both sides. You don't have to worry. And you also have the elastic here, so you can go ahead and tighten it down, or you can take a parka or something like that and place it under there and tighten it down, so you can add more gear to the outside. And if we take a look, now this is one of the spots that I really like. Right here, as you can see, it's got the pals, and what I use that pals for is I use it for one of these. If I can put it in here, it's facing away from me, so it's harder for me to see it. But I can go ahead and throw on the tomahawk and when I'm wearing it, it's just rock steady. What I would normally do is I would normally tie it down right here, but when I go ahead and I flip this thing around to where I can, like where you're seeing it right now, I can easily remove the tomahawk without removing the bag or anything like that. Really nice design as well. You can also use those for hiking poles, anything like that. Also, I typically use these a little bit differently than most. I take a look at these, and basically what I do is, if let's say you put a pole in through here, you can take another piece of 550 cord and you can weave it through here and here, so basically it's capturing it like that, and that way you can basically tie anything down really nice and tight with just a short piece of paracord, and then that short piece of paracord is basically a quick removal tool. So all you have to do is go ahead and, once it's cinched down tight, all you do is just give it a pull and it all comes loose, and you can gain access to whatever you have stuffed in here. Now, one of the other things, obviously, is going to be the big opening, and we'll open this up. Once again, nice large opening, and I'm going to go ahead and actually zoom this out just a bit so you get a little bit better look at it. I kind of got this propped up here so you can see it a little bit easier, but once you take a look under here, everything you need to get to is right here. You can go ahead and place your laptop here or inside this pouch, and you have your buckle here. You can go ahead and place the laptop in there as well. You also have a zippered area right here, so you can gain access to each section here. So if you have, if you're going to be carrying Write in the Rain tablets or anything like that, you can easily go ahead and put those there. And the big section, everybody basically points out the one thing, which is pretty constant, and that's the way this is designed right here. They really did a nice job at concealing the fact that these are expandable areas. So it's a really nice way to design that. Whoever came up with that, I hope they got a bonus. Now, as you can see, we've got separate storage in this area, separate storage in this area. Like I said, this is expandable. This will open up quite a little ways. And you can, once you have something in there, you can easily cinch it down. On the inside here, you will notice a panel, and that panel right there is one big sheet. So you can place any kind of the accessory pouches that they have. They've got a ton of separate pouches you can purchase, whether it be for hook and loop holsters or magazine pouches that are hook and loop. So you can go ahead and place that all here, make it so you can easily get to it. Remember, this is unzipping towards you, so you put it in the front and zip, and you have access to any kind of firearm you want to place in here, as long as it's legal in your area. You got to put that out there. But since they have so much of the accessory gear that you can purchase for anything else you want to go ahead and place in there, and make it so it's nice and easily accessible, you're not going to go ahead and drop anything. Let me I'm all tangled up. Now, the back. The back has a very nice material. This material right here is, since it's got these panels right here, these panels will allow a little extra airflow. It's not a lot, but when you got a pack on your back, any amount helps. And this right here seems to be a good moisture wicking material. On the inside here, you'll notice another zipper, And inside here, there is also a large section of Velcro, so you can place any, you can place your CCW in this pouch rather than the other one. But this pouch is also used for a hydration bag. You can go ahead and carry a 100-ounce model rather than the smaller 70s. You can carry the 100. You can also, on the side here, face it towards you here, on this side right here, there's so many things to cover on this pack. On this side right here, this pouch right here, that right there will hold any kind of 32-ounce Nalgene bottle or anything else you want to put in there, but easily hold the good size 32-ounce bottle. Let's see, we've got this little spot right here that's for your hose from the hydration or for hanging up. You have additional space right here for taking up any additional slack in the whole bag. So if you're not going to use the whole thing, you can go ahead and take it in a little bit. It also has a spot right here, so you can go ahead and reroute your hose through the bottom rather than the top. Why you do that, I'm not really sure, but you have that option. So there's just so much on this bag that it's really difficult to fathom all the separate accessories you have. Now the Nalgene compartment, that also has an elastic strap on it, so you can go ahead and close that down around the mouth of the bottle and don't have to worry about it. The only thing this little pouch doesn't have, or not little pouch, but what this pouch has, it doesn't have a drain hole in the bottom. So just keep that in mind if you're going to go ahead and, if your pack starts getting really a lot heavier in the rain, well, you might be taking in the water there. So it's a good idea to keep that tight and cinched down. As you can see, everything is easily accessible, and you can keep on expanding on this. And I got to stress that because a lot of people just go ahead and they think, okay, I got my bag and that's it. But you can go ahead and buy this other bags that can attach onto here. So all the pals, you can go ahead and attach any kind of molly gear you want. So you can add additional space to this very easily. I've got a couple of the, they're actually designed for shotgun. And what they do is they actually hold 2 boxes of shotgun shells. But I could easily go ahead and put 4 boxes of shotgun shells in those pouches, just right here. No problem at all. And still be able to access everything else. And that's the nice thing about it. You can go ahead and put whatever you want on the outside of your pack. Don't just assume that because you've got all these pockets on the inside that you have to use the inside pockets. You don't have to. You can go ahead and put whatever other type of accessories, and Maxpedition's got a ton of those. But any kind of outside bags you want to go ahead and carry, or admin bags, or panels. It's also possible to, if you're out in the sticks or something like that, you can mount a holster here, or you can go ahead and mount, like a 6-pack of mags for AR or something like that. So, just giving you some ideas on what else you can mount right here. The sky's the limit. You just have to go ahead and open up your imagination and decide what you really need, and it's going to go ahead and accomplish that. This Y strap does really help in keeping the pack as small as it needs to be kept. So once you go ahead and put all your whatever gear you're putting in here, once you put it all in here, you can just go ahead and cinch it down nice and tight, and it's going to go ahead and save you some space. It does have 2 handles. It's got 2 carrying handles, one on the side right here, and it has a really nice one on the top. That's a nice padded one, like a neoprene padding on it. So everything is really nicely laid out on these packs. Now remember, they do have the larger one or the smaller one, smaller ones, so you have your choice between this one or the other ones. And once again, remember, this is 1000 denier ballistic nylon. It's got the Teflon fabric protector on it. It's got the YKK high strength zippers, and all the buckles are the UTX Duraflex buckles. And for water repellency, it's got the polyurethane coating. Also, you notice all the double stitching on here. You'll always see double stitching. On this spot right here, that right there is it's a box and X stitch. That's what it's called. And that's designed for, you know, added strength. And it does have another one on there. Actually, it might be these rather than the regular double stitching that it has on here. It has the bar tacked. So you have all these extra strength, and also you've got the typical Maxpedition logos. Hard use gear, and it really does hold up to it. Now, I've been using this thing for a couple of months now, and it looks brand new. It really does. I've carried anything from hardly anything to carrying quite a little bit, and it's been working just beautifully. I've had zero problems. I've got zero complaints. Everything about this I absolutely love. I am going to add a couple of things for the heck of it. I don't have to. Everything on here is as you need, but you know, all the zipper pulls and stuff like that, well, I've got the skulls. You can go ahead and you can buy the skulls. I'm going to place the skulls on here and then tighten them down again. So it's one extra thing to be able to hold on. And if anybody's up behind you and thinking about opening up any of the zippers, well, they see the skulls, they might get the idea that it's probably a poorly thought of idea. Now, like I said, you can go ahead and place anything on these, on the pals here. Now, don't forget, this is a modular system. Like, you know, I always talk about modular setups, and this is a nice modular system. This is super heavy duty. You're never going to have to worry about it. And, you know, all the other specs about this can be found right on the Maxpedition website. The SKU for this model is 0432. And so this right here is an absolute excellent bag or pouch, pack, any way you want to look at it. And like I said, it's good for anybody, for high school students, college students. You can use this for absolutely for hiking and camping. This is also makes for an excellent ready bag because it's got the handles on the side or the front, so it's easy to have it, you know, ready to go, and all you have to do is just grab it and get out of the place, which is great if there's a natural disaster or anything like that, or you get run over by zombies. So you always have that possibility. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the full-size view again. Like I said, this is an excellent pack. You know, if I was to try to look at every little detail on this and try to come up with something that I thought should have been added, it would be the one thing, and that's on the Nalgen pouch right here. I would have had a drain hole and a little grommet there. That's the only thing I would have put on that I can see that I would have changed. And that's, you know, it's easy retrofitted as well if you need to. But, you know, that's the only one thing, and the only reason I say that is if it was pouring down rain, and with the quality of this pack, since it's got this opening here, that's the only thing I could think of. It'd probably collect water for you automatically. So without that drain, this could potentially fill up with a little water. You know, if you're crossing a stream and you get a little deep, well, you just gathered a little extra drinking water. Everything else is just perfect. I don't have any complaints about it. The padding is substantial, you know, whether it's on the front or the back. It has enough pouches and pockets and things. Don't have to worry about that. All the quality is top-notch, as well as the stitching. They use a higher quality thread than you would normally find as standard equipment on most gear. And like I said, they have the double stitch, they got the bar stitch, as well as the box and X. So they've got plenty of strength involved in these. And if it gets dirty, you can go ahead and take your hose and just wash it off. You know, you don't want to go ahead and throw them in the washer. Every time you do that, you're kind of add any more wear and tear, flexibility in it. And, you know, just don't need to do that. Just take a little, if you need to, if it's really dirty, you know, you can go ahead and take a brush and a hose and wash it off that way. That's all the thing you need to do. Let it air dry and you should be fine. And you know, remember that these are designed to be modular, so you make the pack into what you would need it for. If you need to go ahead and add additional pouches on the, you know, on the sides, on the front, on the back, anywhere you need to do that, customize it to suit your needs and not just the standard, the way it comes from the factory. You know, build it to what's designed for your needs, and you know, you'd be fine. This is a beautiful pack. Like I said, I don't have any problems with it. I highly recommend this. I'm going to continue to test it. I'm going to continue to test it really heavily throughout the year. It's going to be going to the range with me and everything else, and I know it's going to handle it because it's handled everything I've given it so far. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate my videos. I'm Weaponeer, and I'll catch you in the next one. Come on.